Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you through how to create this really easy, dramatic halo eye. It's a good video for beginners. So if you are new to makeup, well not new, but if you know how to use a brush and you have these colors, then keep on watching. Hi. Good afternoon if you are in the UK. Well, actually, when this gets released, it will be evening, so good evening. And if you're across the world, good morning, good night, good day, and I hope you are all well. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this really easy, simple halo kind of eye. I use one palette to do it. We use 2 matte shades and 2 shimmer shades. And yeah, it's really simple. I'm going to show you a technique how to do if you're just a beginner and you're learning and you want to know how to do a halo eye really easily, then this is the method for you. Oh, by the way, I've obviously done my face and everything already because I thought there's no point me doing everything on camera for you because I don't know if you want to see that, but this video is just about the halo eye, so we are literally just going to be doing the halo eye tutorial. We're going to start off with doing the base of the eye. Now usually if you want eyeshadows to pop, you would do it on a wet base, but because I'm kind of targeting this video for like beginners and people who are trying to learn how to do it, we're just going to be using normal concealer and we will be setting the base. Oh, just also so you know, we are using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry Palette today because I thought for this like brown smoky eye, it does have loads of nice colors. And unfortunately, my palette has been absolutely used, so it looks really bad. But yeah, we're going to be using this palette and this palette only. Oh, where's my mirror? For fuck's sake. So yeah, I'm just going in with the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and this is in the shade Light Sand. Sorry if I keep looking here because that's where my viewfinder is and I can't help but look. Yeah, so we're just going to apply this all over the lid and then set it. Can't remember my bloody words today. So, hi, this is really close today. Can't see my face, man. So yeah, we're going to start off with putting the concealer. I'm just going to put like, oh damn, I didn't even carve out this brow, but it'll be fine. So what we're going to do is just get the beauty blender and just blend that in. I do actually use a brush usually, but I can't seem to find that anywhere. So we're just going to dab that in. My eyes are like so dry recently because of the heat here, and I have really dry eyes anyway, and this heat is just not. Do you know what? Technically it's not that hot because I live in London and it's like maybe 25 degrees, but for us that's hot. That's really warm. So yeah, so we've got the base on. Real easy, real quick. And now I'm going to just take a little fluffy brush and I'm going to take some Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm just going to swipe that on top. So the reason that we usually put translucent powder on the shit, I didn't put any underneath to protect. Alright, let's quickly do this. So yeah, the reason we put translucent powder on the eye is just so things can get blended nice and easily. And like, if you are a beginner doing eyeshadow, then this is the easiest way to make sure everything looks nice and blended and smooth, and you know the drill. So, I know there's a tiny bit of fallout, especially when you use shimmers. So I will be putting some translucent powder underneath, just to ensure if there is any fallout, then that captures it. My sister said that to me. She was like, you can't pull off space buns. I'm like, what? What? Anyway, all right, so let's get to the business. So yeah, going in with the Sultry palette, we are using the shade I don't know why they make names so hard. It's basically this brown shade here. We're just going to use that, and I am taking a Morphe. Do you know what? I'm always getting confused. Is it Morphe or is it Morph? I don't know. Sometimes I say Morph, sometimes I say Morphe. So we're just going with Morphe today. We're using the Morphe M321, and this is like shaped like this. It's really small. You can get into all the places you need to get into. So that's why I like using this. So we are just going to go into that shade. So with this shade, what are we gonna do is we are just gonna stamp on this color on the outer corner, taking it slightly higher. And obviously if you have hooded eyes, you would need to take this even higher than what I'm doing. All that's nicely packed on. Doesn't matter if anything looks a bit messy at this point, it's okay. You're doing well, sweetie. That's not the line, is it? I've forgotten what she says, but yeah, all right, so we've got that going on. Just gonna deepen that even more. Oh, sorry, I think that was covering it. So yeah, we're gonna deepen that. And then I'm just gonna start to slowly just stamping on. I'm not swiping at this point, just stamping that around. So the highest point of the halo eye should be like middle around here. So as you're going around, just take that slightly higher. And now with that same color, I'm going into the inner corner and I'm gonna start packing that on and taking that round as well. Now, don't get scared. I know it's looking crazy right now, but with eyeshadows, you just need to trust the process. So really get in there. Might need to do some crazy little angles and some weird and shit like that. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. And there you have the initial beginning. So now what I like to do, I like to get another one, a Morphe M321, and we are going into the shade Birch, which is like this. Oh, am I on the right side? Yeah, this color here. It looks really different in the camera than it does in real life, but in real life it's like a nice like camel tan kind of tone. It's actually really nice, and we're going to use that to blend this out. Ooh, and we're going to use that shade to blend this out slightly. So again, I'm just dipping into the pan, and what we're going to do here is just go on top. So we're doing 50-50. 50% of the brush is on our skin, and well, everything's on our skin, but you know what I mean. 50% is on the shade that we did, and 50% is on bare skin. And this is just, we just want to blend this all out. Now you might start to think that you're losing some of the color from before, but that's okay, because with this kind of look, we do need to go back in. It's starting to come together. This is why I did a whole video just for this one eye, because if I try to do a whole face, then the video gets too long. So I'm literally just going to show you how to do the eye, and then you can figure out the rest. Back in with the other brush that I had, and we are going back with Dystopian or whatever it's called, and we are just going to make sure that that color is still deep where we need it to be. So like tap, 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 tap. So I'm happy with that at the moment, but then I'm going back in with the other brush for Birch, and I'm gonna repeat the process again. The only reason that I'm going back and forth is just because I want to ensure that in real life it just looks really nice and blended and smooth, and that's the effect we want. Okay, so now we have something that looks like this. I'm quite happy with that, because once we actually cut the middle, but I've kind of left the middle so we don't have to use much concealer for that, because I did want to make this a bit more easier, so I don't have to cut much of that. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of concealer on there just to clean up that top area so it's really sharp. But yeah, so let's get on with that. So to do this, typically I use a really small concealer brush, but for some reason I haven't washed my brushes, so my brushes are really messy and I'm having to use this kind of brush. Now this is still small, but if you want to get really in there and make sure everything's nice and crisp, you could use a smaller concealer brush. Oh, crazy here today. So I'm using a BH Cosmetics number 2 brush. I got this from a set, so I don't know. I'm just putting a tiny bit of concealer on my hand, like that. And then I'm just gonna dip into that. I'm gonna try come a bit closer for you guys so you guys can see. Because I've already got the kind of shape I want, I'm just gonna do this. Look up, and this is a really good trick to know where to place your concealer. And then you can see that I need to place the concealer around here. But with this kind of look, I do like to go a bit higher. So I am gonna take that higher. And now at this point, you can basically do this really wide. If you have wider eyes, you can make it smaller. This is totally down to you. I'm doing it to my preference, what I like, because I like the edge of my eye to be a bit more deeper, so I don't take the halo area that far wide out. So yeah, at this point, you can kind of decide how far you want it. So I'm gonna kind of stop mine around here. I think the hardest part of this is trying to get them equal, like my eyebrows. I never get my eyebrows the same. I'm sure it's the lady at the salon. I'm sure she's messed up my eyebrows. Might as well blame her. Alright, so I think I'm happy with that. Now I'm just gonna set that with some translucent powder. So now we are going in with the shimmers, baby. The shimmers. So from this, my words just not coming out today. So we are gonna use Steampunk firstly, and I am taking a little brush. It's the 238 from Zoeva, and I'm going to pat that in the outer. Oh, that color's so pretty. The outer area, like here, and the inner outer kind of area like that. Now at this point you want to try to blend it in with the darker shade, but with shimmers it's a bit difficult, so we're going to go and blend that all in with the darker shade afterwards, so don't worry. So now at this point, if you want your colors to pop more, you can obviously just use some setting spray and that will actually make it pop more. Now, and I'm going to put Cyborg in the middle. That's a silvery color. Just want that middle area to just pop slightly more. So I think I'm happy with that for the shimmers wise. Obviously, if I did want to pack a pun, then I would use some spray. So now guys, what we're going to do is we just want to make sure everything's darkened, deepened and looking lovely. So I'm going back in with Dystopian with its brush, and I'm just going to stamp on it on the edges of this and on here, so we can try to make everything look a bit more blended. So what I'm going to do, because I just want to clean this up slightly, I'm just going in with that brush that I had, the one that I used to clean up my translucent, and I'm just going to rub that around the edges, and that should clean up any kind of excess and you can get that shape you want. So now I tried to use one of the shades that I had on my eyes on my brow bone, but it just didn't look good. So what I kind of like to do is I like highlighters, so they're really popping. So we are going in with the Ofra and Nikki Tutorials Everglow, and I'm taking that beauty there and I'm just going to pop that into my brow bone. In fact, I'm actually going to pop a bit of that on the eye as well. So at this point, all we're basically doing is we are darkening the darker areas just to make sure that everything is looking really nice. So I'm going to stop talking because I've just been going a million miles per hour today, and I'm just going to show you how to darken. So now that I'm happy with how this eye is looking, we are going to do the lower lash line now. So I haven't changed any of my brushes. I'm still using the M321, and we're going to go into Dystopian, and I'm just going to pop that underneath my lash line. I'm not going to go all the way in, maybe like 3/4 the way. So now I'm taking the brush that I used for Birch, but I'm not actually putting any more product on it. I'm just gonna slowly just diffuse that color so it doesn't look as intense. And now I'm going to go in with the highlighter that we use, so that's the Ofra one. You could obviously use whichever highlighter you prefer, and I'm just going to take that on the inner corner of the eye. and just bring that slightly right there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So you'll be happy to know we are done with all the eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go in and take a Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Roll Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil in Bedroom Black. I don't know why I gave you all those details, but yeah. So we're gonna take that and I'm gonna put that into my waterline. Then we are going back in with our 237 and we are just going to blend that downwards. All right, so I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. And we are gonna finish it off too. Space buns are back. Oh. All right, I think during the course of me doing my eye makeup, my buns have gone crazy, but whatever. So now that we are basically done with the eye, we are just gonna pop on some lashes. So guys, at this point you would be doing your lower lashes with some mascara, and unfortunately for people like me who don't have any bottom lashes, so what I like to do is go back in with my black liner and I like to draw on some lashes. And like, you might think, what the hell, this must look crazy in real life, but you know what, I wore it out the other I wore it out the other day and nobody could tell. Everyone just thought it was my eyelashes. So if you need some bottom eyelashes, girl, I got you. So guys, that's the eyelash look complete. I hope you like it. It's really simple. You can do it with lots of different colors, and yeah. So I hope you liked this video. Leave me a thumbs up. And if you did like the video, then please support me and subscribe to my channel. It's appreciated. When I'm filming this, I'm almost at 500 subscribers. So by the time I release this, I'd love to be on 500 and celebrate with you guys. When I reach 1,000, I will be doing a giveaway. So, well, 1,000's quite far away, but you know, aim for the sky and reach the stars and all that bullshit. But yeah, so obviously, thank you guys for being here. I hope you learned something, and if there's any other types of eye looks you would like to know how to do step by step, and I know this is quite long for just doing a normal regular halo eye, but I really wanted to go into detail with you guys so you guys can learn how to do this. Learn how to do these kinds of looks. And I love doing it. I love doing makeup and I love playing around and I love to help people, and there's no highlighter on this side of my face anymore, or this side, and that's a bit of a So guys, yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video, and yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, actually not bye. See this thing right here? That's the subscribe to this. Oh, subscribe. And here is my next video. So if you've got nothing better to do, then watch this. Watch this.